Have you ever been to a gender reveal party of someone you don't really know and been anxious to know the gender of the baby? Well, actually, what you're waiting to know is the biological sex of the baby, not the gender. A human's sex is biologically determined based on several factors during development, which we'll discuss in depth later, and is categorized into two mainstream groups, male and female, whereas gender is a spectrum, which may refer to the socially constructed characteristics of women and men, or how one identifies with oneself with relation to or in contrast to traditional gender norms.
The determination of an individual's sex is based on several complex factors. There are three main levels of sex determination. First, let's talk about chromosomal sex determination. Here is our human embryo. At the point of conception, the embryo's sex is determined by the chromosomes it receives from his or her parents. A chromosome contains genes and is a thread-like structure of nucleic acids and protein found in the nucleus of most living cells. All human embryos will get one X chromosome from their mother and either an X or Y chromosome from their father. If the embryo receives an X chromosome from their father, it will be female. If it receives a Y chromosome from the father, it will be male. The pink band you see on the purple Y chromosome is the SRY gene. We'll get to that in a moment. Primary sex determination, or gonadal sex determination, is the early development of internal reproductive organs. At 7 weeks old, the embryo's developmental pathways will activate different sets of genes, causing their uncommitted duct systems to develop into testes or ovaries. If the SRY gene is present, the fetus will develop testes, and if the SRY gene is absent, the fetus will develop ovaries. Secondary sex determination is the final step when the external genitalia begin to form. This occurs because of hormones secreted by the testes. If the SRY gene is present, the testes will secrete male hormones, including testosterone. In the presence of testosterone, the male fetus will continue to develop male external genitalia. In the absence of these male hormones and SRY gene, the fetus will develop female genitalia.
However, in reality, sex in humans isn't as black and white as we believe it to be, much like gender. There's a wide spectrum of sexual anatomies. As high as 2% of live births have intersex variations, which is a term assigned to a sexual anatomy that doesn't seem to fit the typical definitions of female or male. It's important to remember that the sexual binaries that are acceptable in society aren't quite binaries at all. People who identify outside of binaries are constantly marginalized, and it is our responsibility to respect and value their identity.